Since they have declared war on Plateau, we are ready to give them the war. When I was in India, Yahya Jingir make a statement that they should stop arresting the Fulani terrorists, Fulani as a whole. So Fulani has a right. And one thing that I know with the security, they are all behind their clerics. They are behind what their cleric has said. I came back and I discovered 27 people were killed. I have not even visited the graveyard. Today, to visit and also consult the people in Bindi, host Riom local government. I was in India, I was watching. Now that I'm in the executive council meeting of Church of Christ in Nation, since yesterday, you see my eyes, I was struggling with sleep. I don't know how to sleep. Since yesterday, they wanted to invent it, Nyarwe. Nyarwe is an area in Fan district under my jurisdiction. Every time they will call us to calm our youth, while their own youths are not being calm. They invaded my real biological village in Rim. Jolly was under attack. And look at us now, even in the village, they cannot sleep. If my people cannot sleep, how can I sleep? I have spoken, and God has broken the power of the sickness that was in me, so that he will keep me alive to come and speak on behalf of his people. To Washington, D.C., White House, Bush should address Trump should address, please, his focus into Nigeria, because terrorism is taking over Nigeria. They are busy inviting people from Central Africa, Senegal, and other places to come and take over the country. If somebody will tell you that things are normal in this nation, Nigeria, he's a liar. And I can't keep quiet. If I was able to survive cancer in India, I will survive another cancer. That's the Fulani terrorists. I will survive it. Look at me now. I'm going to the village. I have to suspend the general. I thank my president. I say I cannot. I'm just like a corpse here. My people are in pain since yesterday. They have destroyed crops. We don't know how to eat. In RCC Road, what will I do? What sort of leader will I be leading? While another leader is busy igniting crisis, Sheikh Yahya Jingir, by failing to speak to his people to stop bringing crisis in the state. Now that I'm trying to ask for peace to reign, then I will become the enemy. Why should I make that statement? I'm not an Islamic lady that I will bring insult. But let me tell you, we are going to do the work of Saul. Saul is to provide, is to preserve. The work of Saul is to make Nigeria grow. The work of Saul is to sanctify. To purify Nigeria is polluting. The work of Saul is to give good tests. As a real Christian, we have to do the work of Saul. I will do everything within my power to stop terrorism in my jurisdiction. Pray for me as you're under viewing my statement press release. This is the beginning. I have to go and see my people. They are busy thinking of where to run and escape, because the Fulani have vowed they will enter farm, and whoever touch farm, it has touched me. if since they have declared war on Plateau, we are ready to give them the war. We are ready. We will give you the war. Through prayers, I will speak to the ground. The ground will respond and reject the evildoers in the state. And this is what I am after. The ground will listen to me. The water that they are taking will listen to me. The grasses that they are eating, their cows will listen to my voice. And I'm going to attack through prayer in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. All youths in every village, listen. I'm speaking with the power of the voice. All youths all over Plateau State, rise up for self-defense. If you don't do it, our children are in danger. Our next generation will have no place to live. All youths, it's a command. It's not an advice. I'm commanding you, wake up and defend the weak old people. Women that are pregnant, defend the widows, stand with your blood to defend the land. Already they have declared war on Plateau. And the security, they know about it. And we are not going to keep quiet. It is time for us to respond.
Yeah, it was from yesterday's evening at about 6 p.m. We learned that armed Fulani and their cohorts, who are the bandits and other terrorist networks, were moving from Bangay Fulani settlement to Bindi, which is Jebu village of Tahos community area, local government. And I immediately intimated the sector commander that this is what is about happening, and he assured me that he will make deployment. After some minutes, I called him and he assured me that his men are already pinned down and they have spotted the Fulani grazing their cows, because that is what they usually do. Their modus operandi to attack villages and communities is to come massively, you know, with their cows, and then of course the attackers will pin down and the cattle will go back. And that was the exact thing that happened last night. And so at about 10 p.m. there were some sporadic gunshots. They made an attempt, and so the vigilante that were on ground, and also the unit commander that is stationed at Soap, whom the people actually, you know, commended the effort he made. They resisted the attackers at the first instance. And so at about 3 p.m. or thereabout, the 3 a.m. of this morning, the attackers regrouped themselves and came. And of course they opened fire and killed as many as 27 people. Some were burned down to ashes at the pastorium. And it actually shocked us that despite the effort that some of the security made, we learned that there's another intervention team that was sent to come and respond or to add to the force of the security already on ground. We learned that those ones couldn't do anything. And so it actually baffles us that, of course, this is part of the collusion and the complicity of the security agents that have been sent to respond to a distress cause, but they couldn't, and it led to this. And the people were calling. They said, please sir, could you help us? And of course there was nothing. So we are calling for investigation into the activities of those that were sent afterward. But we must commend the STF operatives that were stationed at Soap, because if not that they have stood their ground, the actually fatality would have been higher than this. So we are calling that we are Nigerians, and in this general area all farm crops have been destroyed. Like last night in John community, they went and destroyed over 30 farmlands, completely mowed down. This did not only happen in John, it also happened in Mbati. It happened here in Rinya the same night.
Has there been anything that triggers this?
There is nothing, my brother. It's just act of terrorism. A terrorist does a terrorist need to be provoked to unleash mayhem on innocent people? They are killing everybody, and these are terrorists. It must be admitted. Government must admit that terrorists have infested and have formed their enclaves. Mahanga is one, Bangay Fulani is two, Jebu is three, this general area, and as well as Fast, and with information available to us, which we have intimated the security, that they are brought in, as at last week, they brought in 5 kilos of attackers into Fast. us. We were thinking that there's going to be a rapid response to have those people arrested. All the information we got is that the people that came for wedding, which wedding, and even went from the informants that were there, they witnessed these people, and it was from there they went to attack so many places. So we are dealing with attackers who are bandits, who are terrorists, who are armed Fulani militants, not Fulani hate men. It must be known. And if government will not rise up to the occasion to guarantee the safety of lives of people, I tell you, we have no option than to resort to safety because it's constitutionally provided. And we cannot be killed. We are not created to be killed. We are created to live and serve God in our own land and enjoy our constitutional right. But today, we are living at the mercy of the bandits who are here. If it were a Fulani killed today, the whole community will have been ransacked. There was an allegation day before yesterday that a Fulani man was killed within this area. Military came and invaded this place. They came and ransacked the whole place. They are looking for a copter of the Fulani, and that is the modus operandi of the Fulani. Whenever they want to unleash mayhem, they will frame up either a cow is rustled, or a cow is killed, or their kinsmen are killed, and then there is no establishment. If it is the truth, why wouldn't they allow security agents to carry out discreet investigation to unravel that? But of course, that was the same thing they did when they attacked Rim community within last week, and they killed 2 people, and we have not heard of any arrest. We have not seen anything. But our boys are currently in detention that we arrested with nothing in their hands, and they are currently in detention. So what are we saying? Where on earth will this kind of injustice ever be perpetrated and then go free? If not because in this country, if not in this part of the country.
Thank you.
So we are calling that all our youth that have been arrested for no just cause, for not in possession of anything, should be released with immediate effect. We had already calmed the youth down, because otherwise this place would have been a pathway, because youth were ready to block the road, to tell the world, to tell President Tinubu, to also tell Barrister Caleb Mutu and the executive governor of Plateau State that enough of what we are seeing in this general area. We cannot continue this way. Enough of it. It must stop. Government must rise up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All these things, they are gearing towards 2027. This is a religious crisis. Bias to us that are called Christian. Trump, please, this voice will reach your own White House. Respond to Nigerian government. They are gambling with our soul as Christians. Many Christians are dying, and they don't want to speak. And they know terrorists are in the country, and they don't want to attack them. They just make propaganda without action. Please, stand up and save us. If not, one day you will not hear my voice anymore. You receive the news that Reverend Dachomo has been slaughtered like ram. This is what is happening. I'm going to meet my people in the village.
What pains me most is that these people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they'll bring all those that have been put in disarray or driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest, that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land, that there's no security in Igbo land, that they will come there and then they will deal with us. And that the dumb man was just flippant. Maybe he took something. He said, do you know Ibadan? Lagos Expressway? We are in all the bush there. We're everywhere there. We're also in the south. So we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish you people and take over this land. So they claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani. They said it. That is why we are afraid of, I've been talking about this open grazing and this Roga. Yeah. They have a plan. They have a plan. And I accuse the soldiers who are not non-Christians. Some of them are Fulani. They are part of it. Because they are shooting this man. When our people wanted to comb the bush, the soldiers said, if you move a step with
I've heard you. As we speak now, in my senatorial district, where I represent in the Senate, bandits have almost taken over virtually every local government.
In Sokoto?
In Sokoto.
South?
Sokoto South. 2 years plus when I left, before I left, it wasn't like that.
Is that the fault of the federal government or the state government?
The situation in Sokoto South, Sokoto East, is increasingly getting worse. So when you speak of all of this to me,
Plain in
biafra are there, and also the bandits. As I said, government, most of the people, the villages have been evacuated. They have run out of their places. Same thing in Kebe local government. The youth leader of PDP in my Tambo local government has been kidnapped. Bodinga local government, Turinga local government, Tureta, Dengishuni, all of these local governments are affected as we speak. 2 years plus, the situation was not as bad. So when you are talking about governance, the number one priority of any government cannot say that they are doing that, because I know what is going on.
When you speak about revolution, people think you want to carry guns. No, you can have revolution of the mind. You can have revolution of how you think. And we need to have very strong revolution to change Nigeria, assuming that we truly want to change Nigeria. Because it depends on us if we change Nigeria or we don't change Nigeria. But I want to say here without fear or favor that as long as we have the present personalities that we have in our different states, in politics, all the way up to the federal government, that even this 1999 Constitution, from what I've heard here even, that we're going to find it difficult, if not impossible, to change the 1999 Constitution. Therefore, as I round up, I am convinced that if we're not able to change the 1999 Constitution to the People's Constitution, irrespective of how we have come about this 1999 Constitution that is so clearly against the country called Nigeria and the people, the suffering people of Nigerians, then Nigeria truly should be able to stand up and begin to look forward to how we're going to go about the plan B of Nigerians and Nigeria.
The first point to note is that we never signed any agreement or treaty with the British Crown to surrender our sovereignty. So we're forced into what we call Nigeria. That is number one fraud. Moving forward, our sources of livelihood have been taken over by various enactments, the Land Use Decree, the Petroleum Industry Act, and several others. My sister talked about lack of resource control, resource management, etc. As we speak, the John Nation is on the path of self-determination. We pray the peaceful process we have started is made possible. If not, a revolution will become inevitable. As several fora, we have mentioned the primary conditions that will make Ijaw people to be committed to the Nigerian nation. Before Buhari, I led the Ijaw people, and several, when even the British visited us at the Ijaw House, we told them in the first place they brought us to this rubbish, and they have a responsibility of pulling us out. Then secondly, as we move on, we still believe that Nigeria we can have a reset of Nigeria if we are ready to do the appropriate things.